Welcome to Bitter Bits. Welcome to Bitter Bits.
Here I come, rubber to the resident, the president, chopper down supple, to come a chuckle. Unlike crupple, I'm a double. I ride flex my supple. I'm hard as crupple. It ain't hard to trouble. Hey, bro. That's today. Oh man, what a day. You know what's wild is like, so, you know, we all go through like crazy stuff and we have like crazy days and you're like, oh man, what a wild day. It's crazy, whatever. I'm just going to work. You go to work and then like the minute you hit start, you just see a big red block that's like drop frames. You're just like, oh my God. Oh, but it doesn't matter because it's here until they can figure it out and they are committed to fixing it. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, boy, I have a lot of stories. It's Monday, ladies and gentlemen. And, unless something changes, and well, hang on a second. Let me get a story in here real quick. So we took the little guy to go get his neuter done this morning, and dropped him off at the place, and you know did that whole thing. And then we get a call around whatever, like 2 or 3, and it's like, yeah, he's good. You can come pick him up at 4. And we're like, okay, cool. And so we did. We went and got him, and you know all that stuff. And I brought him home, and you know there was this coworker that Erica had that had been possibly wanting to get him. Right? They seem pretty into the idea of it. So we sent a like a heads up, like, hey, because they wanted to pay us back for him, right? So we were like, hey, if you wanted to get him, this is what it's been so far. And it's been a little bit more than Kale's was because that was 2 years ago and the world's on fire. So I look like shit, by the way. I'm sorry. I got like doo-doo hat on and I also got didn't do my mustache because it's just been chaos. Why are we in like this like intense track? Anyway, so like I went ahead and got the so do I. So we went ahead and picked him up around like 4 o'clock or whatever, and he's of course very woozy. He's got a cone on, and like Kale had a cone on when he had his done, but the place that did our thing, I don't know what happens. I guess like our doctor who we had at the vet left. Their prices have gone up. All the people there are kind of just dumb. Like all the people at the front desk, they used to be super nice. Like the clinic was super nice. And everybody was like really attentive. They were really kind. And like they're kind of spacey now and like don't really give you all the information. And it's like, so we might be finding like a new vet for like Bella, Kale, and this little creature. But yeah, we you know, I just wasn't like super thrilled with the vet visit, which normally I'm all about it. Like I liked him last time. Well, so what's weird is like we got to call him tomorrow because like the whole thing for him has been like $200 and something ish dollars more than like Kale's was. And like, look, you know, I knew like something whatever that I'd at least be like ponying up for the little cat in the time being if people didn't want him or whatever. That's fine, whatever. I'm not complaining about that. It sucks, but whatever. I want him to be taken care of. So I gotta call them and be like, why is it like $200 and something more than it was 2 years ago? Like I get the price, I get that shit's gone up, but like that's a lot. That's a lot in like a very short amount of time, right? Especially with their quality of service dipping. I'm like, I mean, if y'all were like the nicest people on the planet, yeah, sure, but like you ain't that good, right? Y'all are kind of shitty now. Like everybody's just kind of poop. Anyway, all that being said, you might also remember that we did the insulation work last year because allegedly, according to the HVAC company and several other people, that would solve our trouble during the summer when it gets to like 90 something plus degrees. Well, guess what? It didn't. It's the exact same problem we've always had. AC's been running all day. It was 79 degrees in the hallway after it had been running all fucking day. So it's like 82 in the office, which is miserable, which is why I got the door open and I didn't even do my mustache because it's so warm that I'm pretty sure my mustache would fall by the time the stream was over. So I said, screw it. I'm not even gonna put it in because it's just too damn hot. So, well, with all the cat stuff and everything like that, it's still fighting to even, and I swear to God, dude, I swear to God, if I hear one more fucking tube running HVAC man tell me, be like, well, when it's like 90-something degrees outside, it's really hard for it to catch up. I'm like, bitch, it ain't hard to catch up to 78. It's not. Why do I walk into a big ass store that has like 4 million square feet that has like fucking 6 units that run? They got that bitch at like 69. Oh, can't do it. Not a thing. Apparently refrigerators don't exist. Cause they just can't do that big of a differential, right? Refrigerant ain't a real thing. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So I'm just like, whatever, dude. Like fucking, I hate that shit. I'm so tired of it. The point is, the HVAC unit that's in here just sucks. And like, they've kind of alluded to that. And I'm like, dude, just tell me the unit sucks. Like, and like, it's a big unit, but it's a shitty unit because it was the one from a rental, whatever. So I call them, right? Because they called me on Thursday. Y'all get ready for this shit. This is how crazy this day's been. They called me on Thursday and they're like, hey, we need to schedule your maintenance. Give us a call back. Well, I couldn't call them Friday because the chaos with the frame shit and trying to get that figured out. And then the cat and like all this other stuff, right? It's been busy. It's only been a couple days. They're not open over the weekend. So really it's been a day, right? A day. I call them. The lady's like, oh, well, you didn't call back soon enough. So we're full booked for the next 2.5 weeks. I'm like, what do you mean I didn't call fucking soon enough? I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't say this. I'm just like, I was like, it's Monday. I was like, y'all called Thursday. I was like, I was like, damn, I mean, you made it sound like I didn't fucking call back for like a month. Like, what are you, I was like, damn, dude, y'all called at like the end of the week. I called you at the beginning of the week. And so we're dumping them. Like they're going to come do like one more maintenance and then I'm done with them. Like, fuck that. I'm not going to get scolded by like some Southern lady on fucking whatever. I'm not going to get scolded by a Southern lady telling me I didn't call back soon enough. Some shit. I'm like, there's like 1 million people that want our business. I ain't doing this. So fucking like, and look, I know fridges, they got like insulation and shit, like whatever, I get it. I'm just saying like, it's ridiculous to be like, oh, a 14-degree temp differential is too much to ask. I'm like, that's fucking stupid. Anyway, so like, fuck them. We'll find another HVAC company. There's plenty of them here, so fuck that one. And no, I'm not gonna get scolded for not calling back soon enough when it's been like crazy. Like, bitch, what do you fucking want from me? Anyway, so so on top of all of that, we send a message, and here comes, I guess, the good part. So it's been crazy. The cat neuter was expensive. I'm sure the HVAC shit's gonna be expensive. Shit sucks. It's a hell of a year. But here's the deal. It may be hot as shit in here, but here's the news. Balzac, can you send me a PM? Because I don't want to say the name of the company, because whatever. But if you want to send me like a Discord message or whatever, I can send you the name of it. So we send a message to the folks that Erica was presumably that they were maybe going to take Little Orange Cat, right? There's a reason we've called him Little Orange Cat, because we weren't trying to name him because we didn't want to get too attached. Let's be fucking real. It's already been like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and his neuter fix thingy is gonna take like 2 weeks to heal proper. We're gonna have this little thing for like 5 weeks by the time it's time for him to go, right? Which he's already bonded with Kale and shit. Like, Kale follows him around the house like a little shadow looking at him. So we send a message and we're like, hey, and I'm gonna say a number, and y'all are probably gonna be like, Jesus Christ, why? But we messaged and we're like, hey man, here's the update. He's doing pretty good, and but he's a little woozy. He's in his room right now. And we were like, unfortunately, the vet that we took him to is actually the vet that they used to go to. It's like, unfortunately, they've gone up in price. It was about, to get him fully like cleared with all the shots, his checkup, the neuter, close to $600, which like is a lot, because Kale's was like 400, which is again a lot, but like they were a good vet. So we messaged them to let them know. And effectively, they're like, oh, believe me, Kia. Yeah, no, I'm calling them tomorrow, and I'm like, so why exactly is this so much fucking money now? Because like, what happened? Like, what happened? No, don't worry. No, we're calling tomorrow. The reason we even go to them in the first place is they basically saved Bella's life. Except, here's the kicker: that vet that used to work there that saved Bella's life, basically, she's gone. We didn't even know that. And if we had scheduled with a different person, it was going to take like fucking 4 weeks to get his fucking neuter done. And then there are these people talking about wanting him and shit. Well, we send the message that's like, here's how much it was. And in a roundabout kind of way, they were like, oh, that's okay if you guys are end up keeping him, because, we know you'll take really good care of him. And we're like, well, unless something changes tomorrow, it's like, All right, well, I guess he's ours now. So there you go. That's I mean, they didn't say it like a mean way. They didn't say it like a mean way. They were just saying, like, I think trying to get around being like, well, sounds like you guys have kind of bonded with him, and like, no, they weren't being like shitty about it. It was just like, we're like, well, here he is, and I mean, no, it's expensive, and like, you know, but what's weird is like we kind of talked about it a little bit, but like I guess it doesn't, like, whatever. I don't know, but that's how my day has gone. Fighting with HVAC company for giving me grief for not calling them back soon enough, apparently. And yes, several $100s for a new animal. So I told Eric, I was like, well, let him know tomorrow that if it's like a price thing, if they want to go like halfway together or something, you know, if they really, really want him, because it did seem like they really wanted him. Like, I'm starting to think, Kia, that they've turned into one of those vets that is like for rich people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to think that like they were good, and then like in this interim time period, especially because that person who left, get this shit, the lady who left, she apparently started the company. So Erica and I think that they've become like bougie snooty vet that does like snooty patootie people, right? Because it's kind of in that area. So I think that they've kind of moved into like, that's their clientele now, and that the peasants are going to get like overcharged, right? Because that's way too much money. Like, it's ridiculous. And like, they kind of caught me off guard. And I, you know, I'm going to call them tomorrow and be like, hey, look, I know y'all do a good job and everything like that, but like, you can't not quote somebody and then be like, yo, it's like $400 for a neuter and vaccines. Be like, dear God, dude, like, holy shit. Like, you know, that, and like, especially when like you got to do like a follow-up visit, like, it starts to add up, right? And I'm just like, oh, fuck. But anyway, I'm just like, damn, dude. So, you know, that's all that. But as of right now, the announcement is that he's, it looks like he's probably staying. So, so here we go. Now, I know people were like, oh, he's probably going to stay. I mean, like, I actually thought that he might go with these folks. But it looks like he's probably staying. So that's exciting. I'm excited about it. I know a lot of people are probably like, yeah, we saw this coming. But like, we were trying our best to like kind of whatever. But, you know, I'll need to... the one thing that's made me kind of happy is it looks like him and Kayla are okay with sharing a litter box, which is going to make it a lot easier. That was one of my big concerns, was having 2 litter boxes, because we don't really have a big house. We're not rich people. Like, despite the fact that this vet thing costs a lot of money, we don't normally spend a lot of money on fucking anything. So, like, it just so happened that ended up being kind of expensive, because I don't want anybody to ever think that we're, like, rolling around in money here, because we ain't. We do care a lot about animals, though, and we want them to get good quality care. So, like, yeah, I mean, I don't like taking them to, you know, Sketchville and all that stuff, but there is another vet that might be good too, so we're gonna try to do that. Yeah, apparently that vet thinks everybody's rich, and somebody else mentioned how their prices have gone up too, and I'm like, yeah, they're pretty bad. That's true. You guys know that we're not rich, as a matter of fact, because you guys got to see how much money I made a couple years ago. And by the way, just gonna throw that out there, those were 2 of our biggest years ever. So I was like, oh, hey, this is nice and skewed. Because, like, that data was fucked, because those were 2 of the busiest years we've ever had. Followed by 2022 and 2023 being some of the quietest years we've ever had. So it's been a... That's Twitch streaming for you is just, woo, yeah! The never-ending ride. But anyway, yeah, we got... I think he's, damn, Jigacro. Damn. He's like, oh, no, we know you ain't rich. We're just here watching it. It's like, damn. Damn. That's a gut check. Even if it wasn't intended to be a gut check, that's a gut check. But anyway, little goblin's in there, and I think he's I think he's staying. I would say it's a 95% chance that he's staying. So for anybody who is invested in Little Orange Man, it looks like he is indeed staying. And if you also want to see what he looks like with his little cone on, this is him. What's really weird is, like, here's the other problem, right? So when we got back with Kale's stuff, Kale had his cone on for like a day, right? Day and a half. And then he kind of took it off, and like he didn't really mess with this thing, and he used the litter box. Dude, they're telling us all this shit. Like, now they're like, I say they're telling us now. They barely told us fucking anything when we checked him out. And Erica's reading on the paper. They're like, it says here we need to replace all of his litter with newspaper. And I'm like, what? They're like, we didn't have to do that with Kale. They're like, it's not even on Kale's paperwork that we need to swap it for newspaper. They're like, she's like, why newspaper? And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm sitting there, I'm just like, what the hell? And we call them, they're like, oh yeah, it's because like the litter can get like stuck to the incision site and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, but like we're checking him after every like, bathroom trip and stuff. Like I'm listening out when he goes to the bathroom. I'm gonna go clean it. And they're like, what kind of litter do you have? And I'm like, we use a clay, unscented, like no fragrance, like natural. It's Tidy Cat's like natural or whatever. I was like, I try to keep it as clean as possible because I don't like all that crazy shit in it. And they're like, oh, that might be okay. That's what the lady said. Like, she's like, that might be okay. I'm like, what kind of what is this? Like, what are you doing? Like, that might be okay? Like, I mean, Jesus Christ. I feel like I've gotten better, like, customer service from, like, a fucking, like, the pound. Like, I don't know. Like, Erica, stop. We do not need a donation goal to cover Orange Man. Anyway, stop. So, but anyway, I mean, like, so I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna let him use his regular litter, and there he is. Wait a minute, I celebrate $60 like anytime that happens. I celebrate like $1. What the fuck? I've always celebrated money regardless of the amount. And anyway, it's been a crazy day, man. I got the fucking the HVAC lady being a piece of butt. I want to remind everybody that like I'm a nice dude. I'm super nice to like everybody. Like I never come across as like a jerk, and like I don't know what's been up with people just being like walk all over people lately. Like god damn, I know they get paid well there. Anyway, that's my fucking story. We gotta think Orange Man is ours. We're still holding off on a name. We're gonna think about it. I know Erica was saying that we should do like a Warcrafty name to go along with Kale's. I thought that it might be cool to do Alar, but because that was the Phoenix or whatever. But Alar is like not fun to say, and it's also a weird name, even though it is orange and whatever. But like, it just wouldn't really work. I mean, it's just a weird name. Like, I don't think that works. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it.
Attention,
but
citizens.
stop. Y'all don't need to do this. I really appreciate it. I'm just sharing my concerns with you guys because, like, I'm glad y'all also were taken aback by how much that cost because, like I said, Kale's whole thing was like $400. That's why I was like, why the fuck is this so much money? And we're thinking like, yeah, shit's gotten more expensive, but like that much more? You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, that's ridiculous, dude. Like that feels like way too much. And I'm like, that's just, I don't know, like, we ain't made of money, man. Like damn. But I see Ivan pushing orange. Ivan, we get it, but Ivan's big on the push. Thank you, Zach, for the $5. Thank you, Zaris, for the 2076. Says, what's this about money and little orange man? Yeah, no, he's so sweet though. He really is. And Erica's lying to herself, pretending like she ain't totally attached to that. Can I read you guys a tweet from Twitch? Because I recently uninstalled that extension that like made Twitter like usable. From the most PogChamp win to the most epic fail. Send us your best clip and it might be featured on this month's Twitch public access. Epic fail. That's not very epic at all. All right. So anyway, yeah, so that's been the crazy day. So I think we got a new cat. I'm pretty sure we do. So yeah, he's very sweet though. I did notice last night, and it's like you always worry about like the added load of like whatever. I mean, you know what happened last night while we were waiting on the because I had to take him to his vet thing at like 8, and I woke up and Kale was asleep under the couch and his little head was poking out, and the little orange man was asleep on the blanket up there with me. And I'm looking around, I'm like, not y'all. This is like that's weird, right? Like, isn't that weird that he's like gotten like integrated that quickly? because he, like, normally cats require a little bit more time than that to start getting, like, buddy-buddy with each other, but, like, he doesn't care. Kale doesn't give a shit. He just follows him around everywhere because he thinks he's, like, the coolest thing ever. He's like, hey, new fun friend. And Bella doesn't give a shit. Like, she doesn't care about anything as long as she's getting food and can be near Erica. So, like, I mean, he was up on that damn blanket just sleeping. And I was like, well, dear Lord. They also did this thing, like, when they took him away to go get neutered, they, like, let him look at you. And I'm like, you're making it look like I'm walking away, man. Like, don't do this. So, yeah, but, I don't know. But he's very happy. And, like, he likes his little room right now. And, you know, he's been kind to everybody. My nephew stopped by the other day, and he was, like, super friendly to him. He hasn't been weird about anything. He's been so sweet. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, that day when we were outside, when he just walked up to me, it's actually funny because I actually have a video of it, and I can pull you guys up because I was filming him. I was like, hey, little man. I was like, what you doing? And he started walking up to me, and I went, oh, shit, here we go again. Like, I literally said the words, oh, shit, here we go again. Because he was just like, man. I was like, oh, god damn it. I was like, here he comes. But we've got a contingency plan because we can't do any more animals. But we've got a contingency plan in case that happens. There's actually a local place that will do, they'll neuter, and then it's a catch and release thing. So, like, they'll basically take them, do the procedure, hold them for a little bit, and then basically take them back to your neighborhood and release them. So that way they can't be fucking, but they can at least, like, you know, be around, because they naturally, you know, you can't taking people around or whatever. But anyway, it's been a crazy couple days, and with the stupid heating and air crap, and then the cat, and just everything. So I appreciate you guys for being being patient and hanging out and stuff. And I almost didn't stream tonight, but Erica was like, I was like, dude, I need to. I was like, between these stupid frame things and stuff, I've had to take so many days off. You know, it's been crazy. I was like, so I wanted to. So I didn't even shower. I just fucking wiped my damn face off and was like, all right, let's go. I was like, I'm hot as hell. I've been sweating like a beast, but, you know, whatever. And, yeah, it's something like that. They come and, like, they do catch and release, and they'll fix them and then bring them back or whatever. But, I've missed a bunch of Discord messages and stuff, too. So if you, oh, Wildcat Foundation, they do catch and neuter release. Yeah, that's actually not, that's a good way to do it, because most of the time cats are fine surviving on their own. They just need to not be, you know, making 8 million more cats, right? That's what they need to not do. But, yeah, I guess so. But, I mean, like, you know, and I guess a smarter person would have been like, oh, we'll just leave them be or whatever. But I'm gonna be honest with you, and my mother said I had a bit of a problem with this, that my heart's too big for that kind of shit. If I see anything that needs help, I have to help it. I can't just, like, let, you know, he looked like he was a kind of a mess, and he had that garbage flea collar on him, and he looked like he hadn't eaten in a while, and I'm just like, nope. And I was like, nope, can't do it. Can't leave him. So I just took him, because I was like, I can't do this. You know, if he looked like he had been fed and stuff, I'd be like, okay, I mean, maybe whatever. But, like, I mean, he didn't look like he was doing great, and yeah, I can't let that happen. I'll if it means I gotta pay a little extra, or if it means I gotta do whatever, it's gonna take more work, I'll do it. I can't let something that needs help just go, right? Like, I can't live like that. So anyway, that's whatever. I'll just stick to it. You just beat the Fire Temple. Hashtag Gorons and Morons. I cannot wait to get back to Tears of the Kingdom, but, like, I don't know what... These new game releases have stressed me out, because, like, new game releases have become difficult for us, or at least more difficult than whatever. Final Fantasy 16 hasn't been a big viewer game, but frankly, y'all seem to really be enjoying watching it, and people are very active and stuff. So, like, fuck it, whatever, dude. Who gives a shit? Let's just do it, because screw it, you know, whatever. Let's just have fun. Let's have fun and do it up. Did I say 14 or did I say 16? Dragapult was also sitting right next to Gollum. It's actually kind of disgusting to look at these two together, because you're just like, the quality of one versus the other is out of control. Like, Gollum's disgusting hair is just really disgusting. So it's really bad. Here you go. I sent these to Erica last week. I don't think she's gotten to see a lot of her Discord messages either. So I apologize if we've missed some. I think Lily sent one with a video of the dog that was for me and Erica. I gotta go watch that. So I think Because all I saw, I remember seeing it on my phone. It popped up. It was like for you and Harry. I think I saw a video and I was like, dang. I was like, I need to watch that. I haven't been watching that close because it's been so damn hot, dude. It's super hot today too. Yeah. So it's Ragnaros. Oh my god. That might actually be cute because then it could be Raggy. Executus, which Executus is cool, but I don't know how well. Lorthamar is too fucking hard to say. Fucking too soon, Executus. You have awakened me too soon. I love the people that are like bitching about patch 10.1.5, which looks fucking hot. And they're like, too soon, Executus. You released the patch too soon. I'm like, I was like, I don't know, man. It looks fucking hot. I tried out Augmentation Evoker. Oh my god. I downloaded the fucking PTR. Augmentation Evoker is what I wanted Dancer to be in 14. That spec fucking slaps nuts so fucking hard. Oh my god. I never thought a buff class in a fucking game would feel as badass as Aug Evoker. Like, dude. I was so hyped. Like, their skills feel like... God, oh my god. Dude, like, their fucking, like, dragon breath shit that they have, and then their big-ass, like, upheaval move. Oh, my God. They have a fucking move, and you can only pull this off with WoW's ridiculously, like, snappy, wet, like, netcode, is, like, there's a move that basically you use this big upheaval thing to, like, shatter the earth and, like, throw things in the air, and then if you landslide them while they're still in the air, it slams them back into the ground and stuns them, and I'm like, oh, my God. It feels so fucking good. Like, it's been a long time since I've hit buttons in an MMO that I was like, damn, dude, that felt fucking sick. Like, being able to, like, snap something up in the air and then just slap it back down, but, like, eat shit. Anyway, they're fucking awesome. Like, augmentation is so fucking cool. Like, I was so not ready for that spec to slam as hard as it does. Like, I was like, fuck me, this is awesome. Like, and upheaval just looks sick. Like, it's just a cool fucking move. Anyway, I'll rant about augmentation whenever we get around to that. But yeah, it's sick. Like, it's so fucking cool. Again, it's exactly what I like hoped that like a buff spec would feel like. Because I mean, if you make a buff spec feel like it's just kind of there and like it just kind of does like a flat increase or some shit, I feel like you end up with a problem where like not a lot of people are gonna want to do it because like whatever. And I know like, you know, for me, like, Dancer never really felt that great. They were cool, but they never felt like... Even if they're not doing as much damage as everybody else, like, feeling like you're dunking on the enemy definitely feels really good. And, like, Augmentation definitely feels really cool. I was very, very surprised. I just haven't played much... I haven't played much WoW in the last, like, week or two. For obvious reasons! Because the little man... like, I'm so sweaty tonight, I legit just thought about no-camming it. I was like, I gotta work the face, though, so we gotta make $1. But anyway, we have some Monopoly money to dole out, because we are doing that. Anytime we have Golem Cam, I gotta do that. I didn't turn off Golem Cam, so we're doing Golem Cam tonight. But I do have to load that up. I just need to know what Zaris wants his bills in and what Zach wants his 5 in. If you want a 5er, or if you want like, or I can make the call on this. We could do a 20 for Zaris, because we don't get to see the 20s very often, and then we could bring out a 5er for Zach, so we'll do that. Give us Shadow Clone? Yeah, I know, right? No one hit Golem Cam, won't work. What do you mean it won't work? Oh, is it... Are you guys getting, like, points, like, locked in the system? I hope not. I've also been very much enjoying 16. I think 16 is really good so far. I thought about it over the weekend a little bit, and, Oh, here he is. Here's your 5, you disgusting little skank. You disgusting, greasy boy. I'm kind of looking like Gollum tonight. Oh, yeah. So, what was I going to say? I don't even remember what it was. The one thing that worries me about this so far, and it's like a weird kind of thing because it's not bad in any way, like the gameplay is great. Part of me doesn't feel like I'm playing a Final Fantasy game, very much so. And I think and the only reason I feel that way so far, because it's a little hard to quantify, the lack of having like a controllable party in really any respect has been a little weird. Now that may change at some point, but we're, 10 hours in now. I don't think we're gonna see a major change in that shift. I don't know how I feel about that. I like, as a person who doesn't like managing a party, I kind of prefer it. but at the same time, it does feel like there is something a little missing there. I think the cinematic quality is really cool, and I think I really like the icon fight was neat, right? I can see why you'd never make a full game out of something like that, because it's not robust enough for that, but as a cinematic fun moment that's like relatively easy to jump into and like stay on top of, it's cool. Story's cool. I like it. I dig it so far. Like the characters. Combat's great, but it doesn't... The combat to me, I think it's a couple different things. I think it's the two things I've noticed is the lack of management of the party, and the other big thing was status effects. It's really strange, like, even being, like, this, not this far in, but, like, having gone this long and pretty much not seeing any status effects. Like, that's really strange to me. And I don't know if those will show up in their own unique way, maybe, at some point. But that's, to me, like, it's been a little odd. Now, I've seen a little bit online of people saying, it's not a Final Fantasy game. It didn't feel... I'm not talking... I ain't like those people, dude. I'm not saying that shit. Like, it's very clearly a Final Fantasy game. I'm just saying that there... I can... For me, personally, there's a couple things that haven't felt very Final Fantasy. And then on top of it being a little bit more gritty and, like, in your face with some of that stuff, sure. But, I mean, for its time, Final Fantasy VII was pretty gritty. I mean, some of the, like, the dialogue and that and stuff. And, like, I mean, there have been bits and pieces here, but, like, you know, I definitely do not think it's bad by any means at all. I think the game's great. I'm just trying to figure out how I feel about it because, like, there's definitely... It definitely does feel like there is something missing, but I don't quite know what it is yet. So, and I don't think that it's going to depreciate the overall experience for me in enough capacity that I would ever really have anything majorly negative to say about it. It's just, it doesn't feel super Final Fantasy to me in some ways so far. And that's fine. It's okay. I think that it would be cool to... Again, it was weird to get hit by a Morble's bad breath and not just immediately become completely debilitated, right? That was strange. And it's the tutorial, and, like, that may be a thing later. Like, maybe they left that out because, oh, hey, we don't want, like, a new player to be, like, doing this and just be like, wow, this sucks. You know what I mean? Especially if it was in, like, the demo, right? But, and it's such a weird line to walk these days because I feel like it's so strange because I think it's like a, we live in like this post Dark Souls shit where like people like value difficulty and game be hard, but at the same time it's like if you strike like the wrong chord with that, you'll get like the weird backlash from like the fucking people who couldn't finish like the Cuphead tutorial and shit. I feel like it's a weird kind of catch-22 with games sometimes, and you know it's a little odd. But I've been enjoying it. I want to make that very clear. I think that this is very good so far. I think that the dialogue is really well written. I think that I was a little worried, and I've seen people say that like they see 14 everywhere in this. I actually disagree. Because that was what I was worried about at first, is I was like, I really hope this just doesn't feel like 14 but blank. And I actually have to disagree with a lot of the 14 fans who think like that a lot of it is just like straight up. There's bits and pieces here and there. You can tell it's made by like the same group of folks, but it's not like, I don't feel like this is just 14 again, but like slightly different. And that's cool. Like it's fine to see like little icons or, you know, the orchestrion thing or this or that or, you know, whatever. Like that's fine. But no, it hasn't felt like it's just 14. And it's actually been a little strange to read some of that because I'm just like, I don't get that at all. And look, dude, I haven't played 14 since like the first patch of Endwalker, but that's not a game I didn't spend a small amount of time in. Like my actual log time on Steam is well over like, I think 1,000 some odd hours, and then that doesn't include the time, I guess, that I didn't have like Steam tracking the whatever, because sometimes I'd launch it like on its own or, you know, whatever. And my Steam also doesn't track my shit correctly sometimes, which is really weird. Like my Darkest Dungeon time has been wrong forever. So anyway, whatever. But the point being, like, you know, I'm no stranger to that game, and I don't feel that way at all. I don't feel like this is just 14, but like it's a different skin and like whatever. Like it feels like it's its own different game. And it also feels like they were trying to do something unique or different with Final Fantasy, which 15 tried to do in its own way, but it wasn't really anything good in my opinion. I mean, there's some good stuff in that game, but like the overall thing to me is not great. So, you know, this game ain't perfect, but it's fun. It's cool. I like it. I think it's neat. It's very fun to just play. I've been looking forward to playing it. So the Hideaway Studious Bearer with the 777 says, never knew dung had so many uses. I'm one of them. I'm just dung. Oh, it feels completely like Devil May Cry, like, which is kind of works against the game in some spots because it's like Devil May Cry, but not quite, if that makes sense. So like, it's not quite as like, doesn't feel quite as precision or like tight in some spots. Like it definitely feels like kind of more like an ARPG. So it's like they accomplished what they needed to, but that in a weird way kind of makes it feel a little bit, I don't know. But I'm gonna see how it feels by the end of it, because so far the juggling between the icon stuff and it feels good. I think it's an appropriate amount of stuff so far. So I think it's good. I think it's a great game. I think it's totally worth the 60-70 bucks that it is. So, I'm actually curious to see if they let the Yoshi P Squad do the next one, which I'm assuming they will. I'm curious to see if they'll try something a little different. I think that would be cool too. I would love to see them do a turn-based Final Fantasy, and kind of, because we've seen that like turn-based games can still be popular, right? Like Persona was popular and it's like a turn-based style system. What was that other game? Whatever. We've seen that they can be done correctly, but you know, and I'd like to see them try to do another turn-based Final Fantasy with some modern design. And like, I like Persona, I just couldn't stream it because it's just like, I mean, God, what a nightmare. You know, realistically, I used to say that Persona was a nightmare because it was like a lower viewership game and like whatever. I mean, some of our streams lately aren't unlike that Persona stream, so like, I mean, we could probably just do Persona at some point, but I like Persona. I think it's cool. It's just very, got a lot of dialogue, and like, I'm cool with dialogue, but man, I have an upper limit. I have to be like really, really, really fucking into a game to like deal with that level of dialogue. Like 14 has a shitload of dialogue, right? And yeah, I love that game, and there's times where I'm like, come on. Like, come on, you got to say what you're doing a little bit quicker. You're killing me. Like, you know what I mean? So like, I'm like, okay, come on. But there's a few games I'm like that with that I love to death, but I'm still just like, come on, yeah, you talking, come on. Like, you got to show a little bit more, man. You're killing me. Oh, I wouldn't fucking care anyway, Garrison. We're in the States, so fuck them. They can eat my butt.
May Griga go with you.
All right, man. Jeez. This is that side quest we were doing for Martha.
From Martha?
Well, I guess I just caught us up on that anyway. That's a heaving sack. That's what they just took away from Little Orange Man.
I see.
We should have gotten a picture of that cat's balls.
Please.
They were like hilariously large. Like, it was so funny because when I met him, I was like, hey, buddy. I was like, are you a girl? Or, oh, my God. I was like, holy shit. I was like, he's packing, dude. Even the vet tech was like, saw him that day, and she was like, whoa. She's like, he's got some big old balls. I was like, he does. They're huge.
Something for the pain. I beg you. The light. It fades. I don't want to die alone. It's all right. I'm here.
And that's sad.
Who are these people?
Martha's bearers. She entrusted them to my care, that I might ease their suffering.
Hey, Honor, what's up, man?
To the extent.
Oh, we're like 10 to 12 hours, Garrison.
For the time they have left.
Damn, dude, they got stonitis?
The curse has taken them. All of them. As it does every bearer forced to use their gift. With each draw on the ether, their bodies petrify, till all that remains is stone and pain, and so they are cast aside. There is nothing either Martha or I can do to change that.
Also, I'm assuming that was Needles with the 777. Thank you, Needles. I'm just gonna go off on a limb. And you also need some Gollum money. So once this cutscene's over, we need a Gollum cam. We need to stuff his gullet.
Have faith, my son, for you shall rise again and find the happiness denied you in this life. Thank you, Father.
Bro, if I'm at that point, just take me out, dude. Like, that's fucked. Like, if I got stone-itis like that, nah. Take me out, man.
I must offer you my own thanks for the medicine you so kindly brought. Now, their final moments may be moments of peace.
It's a pretty cool scene, actually. I like this. It's nice and grounded. Gives a little credence to the whole like thing. So that's like going on. Because this is a good type of side quest that like. Well, I guess this isn't technically a side quest.
When next you see Martha, pray tell her that 2 more have succumbed.
Do we never got to see Geostigma in any of the games? That's interesting. I thought it was an interesting concept, but at the same time, I guess we never got that in any of the games because that was like that was Advent Children only. Yeah, I guess this is like a supplementary main quest thing. It looked like it was a bit of a side quest, but
Yes.
mainly because of its a bearer's lot and then homecoming. So yeah, but no, that's a good quest. I think that's I like quests like that really kind of down to earth some of the shit, because you got this big, stupid, ridiculous fight between 2 icons and looking like a damn kaiju fight. It's almost absurd in its own, almost comedically absurd. But you know, it's always good to have like some things to like kind of bring it down a notch. They're kind of hard to do things like that though, because like sometimes if you do those like too much, it ends up feeling like it's kind of ridiculous, because it's like, okay, cool, like look at this grand thing over here and then look at this bullshit. Right. Bro, is that my giant enemy crab? In historical Final Fantasy Japan? Hell yeah. Oh! Oh my god, put him in the crab blender, dude. Oh. Son of a gun. Give him the old crab blend. You don't want that shell mixed in with the meat though. That's not good. Casey, thank you for the 65 months. It says stop by to say hi, but dip in since I can't play 16 till it hits PC. That sounds good, dude. Take it easy. Thank you for resubbing and have a good one. Look at these Chebacobes.
Wish I had a bow to call my own.
All right. Did we Gollum cam and I wasn't paying attention? I gotta dole out the $7. Again, I'm assuming that was Needles with a hideaway studious bearer. I'm just assuming. That feels like a Needles name, so I'm gonna go with that. Dude, if you yelling at me, like I'm not coming to buy your shit, dude. Oh, here you go, Gollum. He's your mother's apprentices for baby babies. Oh yeah, there's that $5. Mm-hmm. Oh, the 2 gotta rub his Galussies. Yeah, there it is. Nice. You know what they say about assuming? You're a bitch. Thank you. Oh, yeah, that was good. That's good. Heard back from Spectrum, dude. He said, he did say he wants to pop in at some point and he wants to come meet, like, our community. And he's like, I'm gonna pop in and I'm gonna say that the gamers are breaking the internet. I was like, y'all breaking the internet. He's a really nice dude. It was actually really nice talking to him the other day. I got to learn a lot about the backbone infrastructure of how like cable works with like all kinds of shit. And yeah, it's pretty wild. I actually learned that apparently, so y'all are gonna think this is crazy. So you know how like so when you like stream something, right? Like if you like are watching something on Netflix or whatever, it's on demand. So like what you do is you click on it and it streams it to you. It uses that bandwidth from the node, pipes it into your house, and it uses it on demand, right? And that's of course out of like a giant pool of like whatever your allotted speed is, what the load balancing on the line looks like, right? So like when you bring it in, which is easy for them to deal with because they can like, you know, they can meter the lines, they can make sure that like this house is getting this much speed that it needs, this one that gets this much, and like everybody has different speed packages, so that way it kind of like balances things out, right? That makes sense. So what's crazy is with the way television works now, get this shit. I didn't know this. This is actually really cool industry knowledge that like I had no clue, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. So apparently, Spectrum and like all the other cable companies fucking kind of can't stand TV anymore because TV is like a massive pain in the ass to basically deliver. Because it's not like back in the day where it ran through like the cable boxes traditionally. Now it all kind of like functions as like a data stream, so to speak, where it's just like it's kind of like piping the data through. So it's almost like it's all streaming in its own way now, but like not. So get this shit. They have a contractual obligation, apparently, to certain companies like ABC and shit like that, where they have to basically be constantly streaming, like let's take ABC for example. They have to constantly be streaming ABC into the person's device, and it has to be available immediately upon turning the device on. Like it can't clock, it can't do anything like that. It's got to be available. It has to be like a push stream constantly, like it's live television, right? Naturally, the demand that puts on like the whole like equipment as like a whole is crazy because I think he told me he was like, for one channel in the equipment, it basically at the node takes like 45 megabits down for like one channel, and it's constant. Like it's constant. Like it never stops. Like it's ABC will take up 45 megabits of like that downstream constantly. Like basically it has to continue piping it into that system because it's a contractual obligation with, I think it's like Disney, ABC, NBC, like all these fucking companies. They basically make it to where the provider has to basically pipe the signal through constantly to get that thing on demand. Because it's not like streaming services where you're allowed to just hit the button and stream it when you want. You have to have it going into the cable box, and when the 90-year-old person turns on their television, ABC has to pop up immediately. And he's like, dude, he told me, he was like, honestly, he's like, if it were up to me, he's like, I would just cancel like every cable package. He's like, it is so much to maintain now because of how it all works. He's like, it's crazy. I was like, is that why it costs like $1 million? He's like, kind of, he's like, it's mostly just because it's just like they're not allowed, they have to do channels like in a very particular way because like Disney owns this and then this company owns this and they have to sell them in like these weird bundles and shit. Like it was really interesting to learn that basically a cable channel effectively has to basically be piped in, streamed into a device 24/7 in order for them to sell it as like a cable package thing. I was like, dude, that sounds like ass. Like that sounds so fucking bad. And he was like, dude, if it was up to me, he's like, I would just have everybody go on to streaming and everything. He's like, because it is so much easier to maintain. As I was like, dude, I haven't had cable since like 2008. It was just crazy. It was a lot of interesting information on kind of, I guess, how like the back end of that works. Because he asked me, he's like, do you know how like the and I might be butchering it a little bit, but the gist of this is that cable TV basically has to be streamed into the device constantly, and it uses a shitload of data to just keep it going all the time. And I'm like, God, that sounds miserable. Like what a miserable fucking thing to have to deal with. I was like, that sounds like shit.
So now you know, eh?
I've seen plenty of bearers die on the battlefield, but never like that.
And all because they were born different. The powers that be can't take away their gift, so they strip them of their humanity instead. Oh, there's plenty who pity a bearer's plight. But so long as we're content to sit around...
Terminus, can you confirm what I'm saying?
Broken backs were carried. We ain't gonna change nothing.
Then again, I guess the gist of what I'm saying makes sense. But yeah, it's still, that's awful. Like, I was like, dude, that sounds like fucking butt.
Used profits from this place to buy the poor buggers.
So when the abbot told us the bearers were yours...
Aye, they're my property. At least by law.
Well, I love when other humans are property. That's great. That's really good. A lot of slavery in this place.
Past mending. But it's not all doom and gloom. Bernard's finished fixing that bridge for you. You can carry on to Eastpool now. You got questions that need answering, ain't you? Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you, Martha.
Oh, I almost forgot. Sid and I have other friends in Rosaria. Wear this and they'll know you for one of us. And know that you will always be welcome here. You were right, Sid. It really is them. Lord Rosfield and Lady Warwick have come back to us. And long may they stay.
Subtle plot devices. Big talk from woman that sounds like Fable 1 NPC. Yeah, that's everybody. Oh, you chicken chaser, dude! I watched that. I watched that Fable trailer. Interesting. I'm curious to see how that whole thing pans out. Yeah, that was pretty much what he was telling me. Is like the. It's like effectively it's because like the whole Disney ESPN chaos that it just ends up being like nuts.
Hurt your hand.
I did, aye. With 1,000 little lightning bolts. Can't fling them around the way I used to.
Ah, so he has stonitis.
Think of it as my decoration for long service and exemplary misconduct.
The Fable trailer with Richard Ayoade. That man just lit a cigarette with a crystal. Unbelievable. He's like one of those people that pulls out like a novelty lighter and you're just like, yeah, that's neat, but you're also kind of an ass.
Thank you, Sid, for everything.
If you want to leave, that's your lookout. I'm sure you'll have a long and happy life together if you stay out of my way.
Sid!
Oh.
They take a big ass hit.
I knew a girl back in the day. She was a slave to her fate, just like you. I wanted to save her. For a while, I even thought I could. But just because you think something doesn't make it true.
Sid.
I'm no savior. Just a conceited old fool. I talk about people forging their own futures. But instead of handing them the hammer, I beat them with my own. And if no bugger wants to listen to what you've got to say, you might as well keep your gob shut. But Clive, I will say this.
Big doinks of whatever fucking planet we're on.
You're the same man you've always been. Accept that, and you may yet escape your fate.
My fate.
Look, lad, you've had a hard life. And I don't see it getting much easier.
Hey, Wolf. How you doing?
You might not be able to save anyone else. But at the very least, you can save yourself.
I'll try.
And Jill. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk.
You can name short for Jilliam or not.
Take good care of the boy.
Yes, I will.
Is that the last of it?
Aye.
We best head back then. Wouldn't want to keep Nan.
How long do you think it is between how long until Sid's back with us? Like, what did you guys give it, like 3 hours? They spent too much money on that man's model to not have him be here. There's no way. No way. Is it actually? Oh, pronounced Lance. I love people who remember. Like, I hope that the people who made Diddy of Carmiana understand that, like, that game has had, like, a lasting impact. Like, it's had a lasting impact on our brains.
Don't you worry about them boards. I use good solid lumber.
Why do I not believe you? Dude, don't reassure me. Like, God. I feel like you reassuring me only damned it even more. Like, I was fine with it until you said something. I'm doing all right, Wolf. It's been a bit of a day. You know, we still got the frame problem we're dealing with. Took the little cat in for his neuter, so he's recovering, and it's just been having a time with our HVAC people because they're stupid. It's just been crazy, dude. Like, this whole year has been fucking nuts. Wow, it took a little minute for that to catch up. Yeehaw! Dude, this bitch looking cray. Oh shit, I was already on. No, we're good. How dare you? How dare you, cray claw? Got him. Oh hey, it's like an adamantus looking bitch. I hate saying adamantus because it makes me want to rename. Now, like, I can't go to. Well, actually, adamantus makes sense. It's the fact that we said Blastoise for years, which means that it should be Blastus. Because, like, naturally it's, you know, whatever. And that's weird. Oh, there's no issue with it. It's basically, so you know how, like, I'm always going on about how hot it is, like, in this fucking house during the summer. So the whole reason we got the big insulation job done last year, was to... And it was near the end of the summer, so there was really no way we could test it until the summer really cranked up, which is our first week of mid-90s. They're like, yeah, that should fix, like, your heating and air problem for the most part, because your unit's fine, which that unit's not fine. That unit fucking sucks. Basically, it was... Our temp was set to 76, which is not unreasonable. Like, that's not an unreasonable temperature to have it set to. But slowly throughout the day, I mean, it hit... I think 80 in the hallway, and it was like 83 in the office. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? So I called them because they called me on Thursday because they were like, yo, we need to schedule your appointment. And so I call them Monday morning, and they're like, oh, you waited too long. We're fully booked up now. I'm like, you aren't open on the weekend, so what, it's been a fucking day? I'm like, what the fuck, dude? They're like, yeah, we can get there like July 15th. I'm like, cool. I'm like, so... in a matter of a day, you booked out for fucking, like... Really? Cool. So, we're mainly just looking for a new place, because, like, that's fucking stupid. So, like, I'm not... Like, they can kiss my ass. That's insane. That's, like, the shittiest, like, customer service. Like, oh, oopie poopy. You don't know me, Momo. You don't goddamn. Yeehaw! Oh, wow. He just, like, just nod on that. I was thinking about swapping to Garuda, and then I didn't even dodge. So, like, I didn't do jack for that one. Oh, boy. Don't hit me with your waters. Let's just send you a walk-in fridge. Problem solved. That would do it, yeah. They're also the ones, though, who, like... You know, I'm not listening to the fact that like a 16-degree temperature differential is like impossible. I'm not hearing it. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, if that were the case, no, I'm not putting up with it. That's fucking stupid. Like, I'm so tired of hearing that. But like, yeah, how do all the other places somehow manage more than a fucking, you know, 14, 15-degree temp differential? Don't make it sound like that's like fucking hard. Like, you're crazy, dude. Fucking central heating and air can't do like 20-degree temp differential. You're crazy. Especially with brand new fucking insulation. Like, eat my entire fucking butt. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm gonna beat up this adamantus as revenge. Yeah, we actually have good windows that were replaced like, I think like 12 years ago, or like 10 years ago, which, like, I mean, That's fine. Like, they're in good shape. We have brand new, like, insulation in the attic. I mean, the fuck do you want? Like, this place is in a much, you know, in terms of, like, that stuff, that's much better shape than some places. And, like, I was gonna maybe give them my business with, like, a fucking mini split or something. I'm not going with them now. Fuck that. I'm not gonna get chastised for not calling back soon enough. Like a petulant lover who wasn't, had their call wasn't returned fast enough. Like, shut up, dude. Oh, for sure, Wolf. Like, yeah, I mean, like, especially a house that has new insulation in the attic and isn't, like, a leaking nightmare. I mean, like, all of our windows and shit are good. Our doors are good. Like, there's no gaping orifice anywhere. Like, I mean, it should be able... I'm not even asking for anything crazy. I ain't asking it for B to fucking 70. Like, that's cold. Like, like, 75 would be nice to, you know... Especially while I'm working, because it gets so hot in here. Like, I sweat like a fucking dog. Like, y'all, most nights when I'm done streaming, I no shit have to go change my shirt. Like, I sweat like a fucking pig while I'm in here, man. It's crazy. It's so goddamn hot. Especially when we're doing, like, PS5 games, because that bitch is running, this computer's running. You know, whatever. And I even told him last time, I was like, dude, if it's like a, you need to get a new HVAC thing, just fucking tell me so we can go ahead and start, like, saving money for it. Like, you know, don't tell me to go fucking do X, Y, or Z and have that not be, like, the fix. I'm so tired of that. In other news, the people who were going to take the little orange cat, probably, it's about a 95% chance that we're ending up with him now, so it looks like little orange cat's joining the team, but we'll know 100% for sure tomorrow. But I would say it's probably going to happen, but I'll make the official announcement tomorrow if that's the case. So, looks like little orange cat might be joining the squad. We told him, like, what the price of stuff was, which it was a little bit more than we thought it was going to be, too, and which also means we're probably going to be changing our vets because they've kind of become a little too bougie for us. I think one of the vets who started it left. She left apparently, like, 6 months ago, and I think that vet's kind of turned into, like, the snooty patooty kind of vet, so they've started charging a lot of money for shit. So I think little orange man's probably going to be joining us. Don't know what his name will be or anything like that yet. I kind of want Erica to name him, but she also wanted him to have, like, a WoW name or, like, a Warcraft name to go along with Kale's, so we've been thinking about what to name him and stuff. I know, yeah, we'll need an alternate emote for him. We need to redo Bitter anyway. I know Pink was never really happy with that one because it was made during the subathon, so it was like kind of it's got like an impromptu thing, so that was pretty good, Jigakuro. Also, thank you for the $2. I don't know if he's like an Illidan though. He's real sweet. Like, he doesn't even seem to have kind of like the fire that Kale did. Like, he's just a sweet little cat. I mean, he really is. Like, he doesn't really do it. He'll let you like rub his belly and everything like that. But like, I mean, he's real sweet.
You there, over here.
Garrosh would be funny because then he'd be like Gary.
Excuse me, I'll use that blade of yours.
Was that the one that inspired back in the subathon? That one's pretty good though. That it's pretty good.
Wait, that's the slumbering chocobo you're wearing. You and the Marfers, are you? Good. She won't begrudge me the use of you.
Someone clip him saying this when the cat lights the house on fire 2 months from now. Well, thankfully, since Kale's here, now we can make it Kale's problem, right? I told Kale, I was like, Kale, it's fucking payback's a bitch, dude. Because he's pretty good nowadays.
They must have fled their homes for greener pastures.
He's like, he's your problem now. Kale's like, fuck.
Martha's no fool, so she must see something in you.
Oh, me, Taco, because I suck.
Get rid of him, will you?
Yep. Beast against beast. I gotta go beat up some wolves.
I suppose those wolves pose a threat to everyone.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
I know, Pink. I'm sorry, man. Life's been nuts. I can't seem to put it all out. I'm trying. If I can get the frame fixed stuff, the frame's fixed, I think I'll feel much better. Name him Apple and give people a swerve. I'm like, I named him after my favorite company, Steve Jobs.
price has been stuck.
No, I know it's not a dig. I know. I'm just laughing at fucking. It's like I know it's. What? Erica's having a moment because apparently we're gonna break some hearts real quick here. So we have the little guy in his own room right now, right, while he's getting better. And Kale checks on him. He walks over and he like sits by the door and he'll stick his paw under the door and stuff. Erica walked out and saw that Kale had brought him one of his little catnip penguins and tried to push it under the door for him. And she's like, he brought the catnip penguin. He's trying to push it under the door. Okay, Kale's a sweetheart. He loves everything. He's like, here you go, man. This makes me feel better. the catnip penguin. No, he's a sweet little guy. Yeah, right now, little orange guy's getting some rest because he had a heck of a day.
Let him know the road's safe.
Here, man, it'll make you forget everything. I hope catnip works on him because it doesn't work on Kale. Kale just sniffs it and then looks at it and is like, eh, whatever. Maybe a little orange dude will be actually whatever. This game really is pretty, man. It does look good. I've been trying to gather up all this like useless trash off the ground because like I know there's gonna be a point where I need this useless trash later. So, you know, speaking of later, let me go ahead and check Jigga Crow's thing before I forget because I will forget. And Lord Almighty, oh, that's two more Galussies that I gotta What was I doing? I totally forgot what I was doing. Y'all, what's happening? Oh, right, Link. Well, hey, oh shit. Hang on, I could put the $2 in there while we still have time. Here you go, you dirty, disgusting little man.
That process is not really there.
No, I haven't. I never put too much priority on the silver mine or whatever. I named my cat after a fish man with kelp hair and a tutu, so I probably shouldn't have any input. Who, Grieg? 18 Gs? No, you didn't do it too early. That was actually good. That was a good Galussi. I did see a stream earlier that was entitled like hot shower stream. It was like near the front page. It was on it was on recommended for me, and I'm like, yeah, that's for me. It was like hot tub shower stream, jumping jacks afterwards or something, and I was like, I'm in the wrong business. I was like, I'm in the wrong business. Like, I could be making so much money if I just put on a banana hammock, right? Shaved everything but my nipples, and then just got wet and did jumping jacks. That's it. All right. So we're we're checking links really quick. Name him Gollum JK. God. I mean, Gollum wouldn't be the worst fucking name, I guess. Smeagol would be cute. Pros of having a brain that makes very fast associations. Good comebacks and jokes. Cons of having a brain that makes very fast associations. That story about how you broke your foot reminded me of a fun fact about lizards. Oh yeah, it was Twitch. Oh yeah. Because it was like just enough that it wasn't like TOS. You know what I'm saying? It was that bad boy. Where it's like, oopie poopie, I shoved a banana up my entire hoo-ha. I'd be like, oh, okay. 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 You know, I think I'd have to make a lot more than 5 for like the damage to like my long-term, like, cause see, I like to think that maybe at some point I'll be able to look back and be like, I offered the world at least a little something. But you know what? People who are offering meat beat marathons are that's offering something. It's just not maybe what I want to offer, but that is. There you go.
Your friend asked me to get rid of the wolves.
I like the term hoo-ha because you're one more flex away from Johnny Bravo.
You never believe a single bearer slew the entire pack.
Hoo-ha reminds me of something. I can't remember what it is.
Bugger me, you're a tough one, aren't you?
Wow, you got a lot of...
Oh, Frederick.
You wily bastard.
I don't think anybody who thinks they're hard wears a hat like that.
Against beast like that.
Like, that's the penis hat, and I just
Served
can't.
us well, bearer. Be sure to pass our thanks to your master.
I love Johnny Bravo because it was the cautionary tale of how to never try to pick up a person ever. He'd be like, you make sure that Johnny Bravo condones whatever. Like, Johnny Bravo never got anybody, and women just beat him up on a daily basis. Johnny Bravo sucked. Like, he got his ass kicked by women all the time and never got any of them. Like, dude, I don't think you want to be like Johnny Bravo. I think you probably look at that and be like, wow, Johnny Bravo doesn't know what he's doing, does he? He just doesn't know what's up. Hopping around. When's the last time I spent my ability points? Because, dude, I've been running around for a minute now, and like, wow, I'm sitting on 1,400. Shit. Whoops. Oopsie poopsie. Oops. Okay, well, I guess let me upgrade Scarlet Cyclone and Rising Flames, but nothing else for the time being. I'm playing 6 and I was like, okay, this is fun. Then it pulled me in with demon-blooded chickens that come after you like a horde of zombies, and I'm happy with my purchase. What is 6? Negotiations have to start somewhere. Oh, Far Cry? I kind of forgot there was a 6. How many cries they got now? They have to like 6, 7? What, the 6th the latest? I like the name instead. I think that works. The hot name. Well, like, I try to remember, like, because I remember that, like, Far Cry has, like, Actor Man as, like, the villain most of the time, and I'm trying to remember which Actor Man is villain for 6. Is it the guy that was on The Boys? That one dude? Because then there was that one, like, Hispanic dude, whatever the fuck his name was, because he's also Actor Man. Who was Actor Man for 5? Maybe 5 didn't have Actor Man. I don't know what that means, T-Quick. What the hell's Mandalorian? Oh, is that we the Mandalorian? 2 years ago? What? I thought the one that was in, like, Minnesota came out, like, 2 years ago. Dude, what is happening? What even? Oh, man, that boy, one of them boys now. Get him. Get on now, now, skit. Oh, hell no. Oh, you absolutely didn't, girl. Hell no. Damn, he's still going. He's ripping a fatty on the Watusi, you know what I'm saying? Wow, I thought that was going to be a thing, but it wasn't. Sadness. Okay, don't Wicked Wheel, it ain't worth it right now. Damn, girl, getting beat. It's time to stop passing. I got laundry to do. Me, too. Actually, I don't have any laundry to do, but... Time is a flat butthole, as they say. That's the statement.
Not this time.
Time is a flat buttocks. God dang it, I hate when enemies are fast and you go to use your counter and it's just like, nah. You batch. Scrumping. Oh, come on. He popped out of range for that, you son of a gun. Chat, what's worse? Not washing your bed sheets or washing them and forgetting to put them on your bed for like 4 days? So what, you were just like laying on a naked bed? Is that... I think not washing them's worse. Because, like, theoretically, your bed won't be... Like, as long as you don't always sleep on your bed without sheets on it, it ain't gonna be that bad, right? Now, not washing them, on the other hand, is pretty disgusting. Because, like, those things get gross after a while. Especially if you don't sleep with any... Like, if you sleep, like, shirtless. So you're just rubbing all your skin flint on it. So, like, the little skinjamins that are jumping off your skin every night, because that's what they do. They go off, like, a little diving board and they just jump onto your bed. And then also, like, you're smearing, like, your people grease on it, too. So between the skinjamins and the people grease, I mean, your sheets get pretty gross. Because think you change your clothes every day, but like you ain't washing your bed sheets every day. And then some people just don't even sleep with a shirt on, and they're rubbing all those skinjamins on there and your people flex. That's too much flex. It's just too much. It's way too much. And if you don't wear pants, you're rubbing like your pelvic sweat all over it. Because I mean, like all your sweats. All over it. It's too many. And people are like, oh, it's fine. Just leave them on there for like a couple weeks. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Quiet.
Dude, the only time I have ever slept in the nude was when like I took a shower and like forgot to get up and get clothes and kind of just passed out. I do not like sleeping in the nude. Because I always feel like something's going to happen and then I'm going to have like dick flapping around. Like, and I can't really tell if, like, I'd prefer to have, like, dick flapping around if somebody broke into the house, because they have to stare at the branded weenie. Just flapping.
Oh, I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all. The Lord Marquis and Jill, too. It's so good to see you both again.
It's good to see you, too, Lady Hannah.
Oh, Robo, you got some more Oreo minis? Nice. Not a lot of cream, but pretty cool.
If you have time,
I like her little mini breakdown, and then she turns around and she's like, all right, cool.
I haven't much to offer, but what is mine is yours.
We should be delighted.
What if she just faded away like a 14 quest? Like she just slowly disappeared? I think my favorite clip from 14 ever was when I was making fun of 14 for having like the alarmist dude who always runs in off screen. Is like, oh my god, I hope the Saurons come and fix all my problems. And then like immediately after making fun of the game for doing it, some dude just comes hauling in from off screen screaming. And then we got whisked away to like some other world, and then they just faded out of existence. And I was like, there they go. Just faded away.
Wasn't easy, but we survived, and
now we're back. It's wonderful to see you safe and well, Lady Hannah.
We actually used to have a fade out. It used to break all the time, and I have to fix it if we're ever going to bring it back. Because the fade out uses an automated filter, and if that automated filter triggers with something else while it's going in between, we'll basically just be stuck at some weird opacity, and I can't fix it easily without like diving into the settings.
Rosalith still enjoys the
I love it, but it breaks like all the fucking time.
You could always move.
This house holds a lot of memories for me.
It's a nice house.
So long as I can live here in
Wonder what her
peace,
HVAC is like.
here I shall stay.
Oh.
Not that it matters. The capital is closed to civilians. By order of the Duchess.
My hands be looking like that sometimes.
Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty. Annabella's marriage to the Emperor of Sambrec heralded a great many changes here.
yes, of course.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to...
Please, there is nothing to forgive. Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely.
I mean, they milk crystals. Do you think they can milk the wind out of it? Like they could milk. Oh my god, y'all! You could totally set up HVAC in this Final Fantasy land. So you get a crystal milker, right? Who's milking the crystal for the wind, and then you milk an ice crystal right next to it. You blow the ice with the milky crystal from the milk. And like some dude's just sitting there just jacking off like 2 crystals, right? But like you could totally set up a rigging for that to work. That'd be awesome. Like milk an arrow and then milk a little
My poor
ice.
child. You
It's gonna be
look
awesome.
pale. All this traveling must have taken.
It's free too. It just requires a little milking.
I insist you rest. We can talk later.
I'm just thinking about the logistics of milking an HVAC unit now. I guess since there's a lot of slave labor in this, they probably just had a dude sitting in a box.
Sure you don't want to
And he'd probably be like milking the crystals to like get the...
I can't.
To get like the wind going and then the ice too.
Lady Hannah said she would prepare a change of
Yeah.
clothes for you in the morning.
That'd be pretty
She really
sweet.
has been very
It's storming and our internet sucks now, so if like the stream just stops, I'm so sorry. We're just gonna ride. We're gonna ride on in.
Of killing.
My niece said that we should name the cat Chicken. So that it's chicken and kale.
It was only Joshua that kept me going. I swore that I would avenge his death. That I would kill his killer.
Dude, whoever did Clive's VA earned their fucking money, dude.
But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
Well, good news. Joshua's good.
When I fought, hundreds died. There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime.
That day in Dalmekia, I
What up, Whip?
to join them.
We actually talked about Alar, but Alar is kind of a terrible name. It would work and it'd be cute, but yeah, it's like impossible to say. Because then his short name would be Al.
Living
And that just
meant
sucks.
being that. Better to be just another body.
Come on, Al.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony? When we looked up at the moon?
I do, because I made a joke about how Clive should just push you off. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
And that prayer was answered.
I didn't realize how drama-laden this would be. Forgive me.
Come back to me.
I just don't like Al for a cat name. I think Al for like a regular name is fine.
Plan for us.
We should get some rest.
Right.
We should totally not smooch. Dude, you know what? Honest to God, I'd be okay with it because, like, at this point, that would be like a reasonable thing to happen, and at least she didn't just immediately jump on top of him and just start mounting. Because, like, the amount of mounts in this game is unreal. Like, you'd think you were playing an MMO because every time you look around, somebody's getting mounted. Actually, nobody's suggested Garfield, even though he is, like, food obsessed, lazy, and kind of just likes to sleep. So, I mean, Garfield would not be completely inappropriate. He's just not fat.
Like Elwyn did when he was your age.
He's just not fat.
How did you come down?
Just call him the Burning Crusade 2007.
Oh,
Make him put that on his paperwork too.
our families would often
They call him like Burr or something like that, and they'd be like, "Oh, is that the short for something?" Be like, "Yeah, it's Burning Crusade
His clothes
2007."
have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Oh, hey, at least we got our new outfit finally. Thank God. Showing a lot of chest, but that's all right.
Very grateful for them. And sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
Damn, it is coming down.
They suit you well. Thank you, Lady Hannah.
They fit your class archetype very well.
You've been most kind.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while, but seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah.
We finally reached video game nirvana, where male lead is showing more cleavage. Hey, we got some new. Okay, so it actually was reflected in our gear, which is pretty cool. So we got the Median Cross, Median Bonds, and then Invictus. One of a set of 7 swords said to have been forged in the flames of Mount Drust Anus. Invictus has been passed down through generations for you. You think I'm joking? No, it's Drustinus, I guess, but it's Drust Anus. Believe me. Passed down for generation by the Archduke's family and his closest shields. Archduke Elwyn presented Invictus to Rodney Murdoch on the day he was promoted to Lord Commander of the Ducal Army. Let's see. Media is sometimes called the Custral, as legend has it. The bright red star serves as the moon's attendant, carrying her gear and equipping her armor in times of battle. This belt was part of a set owned by Archduke Elwyn and kept in the East Pool, when he and his family would summer there. Neato mosquito. One drusty ass chicken nugget. I forgot who it was the other day that was playing. Oh, it was Death Cobra was playing through
Let's go.
Dragon's Dogma, and it's like this is like the 2 different sides of like how I play games, right? So if you play on PlayStation, you get to use the pawn Stabby Boys. Stabby Boys, while still a very nickname and stupid, is a meta monster. Like, Stabby Boys is a disgusting Strider pawn that is trained in the art of throw blasts, and you can give them like 20 throw blasts and they will just annihilate something. Or they'll just go and brain split or something until it's dead, right? Stabby Boys is disgusting. They are super good. Like, insanely good pawn, right? Definitely worth taking along if you want to just go dunk on something. And then there's the other side of that, which is PC, because if you play on PC, you get to take like fucking Paunalanus or some shit who just sucks. Like, who just sucks ass so hard. Has like no gear equipped. And it's just like a walking trash can. And I love that the PlayStation people get to take like a good pawn. And then if you're not on PlayStation, you get to take fucking Garbo Can, and that's what you get to use. You'd be like, I'm gonna take Nick's pawn. Wow. This thing sucks. Like, wow, this is terrible.
So sorry.
Oh, Stabby Boys is like actually good.
By the flames.
Like, they're a very good pawn. Like, not even as a joke. Like, they can carry you through fucking Bitter Black. Like, they're ridiculous. Because, like, I wanted them to be really good. And then, fucking our PC pawn is just, like, hot trash.
My lord, you're the very image of your
That shit
father.
fucking kills me, dude. I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not
Who are you?
mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned.
What if this guy was just making shit up and he's just, like, off his meds and he's just over here? He's the crystal milker for the HVAC. He's supposed to be milking the wind crystal, but he ain't doing it. He ain't fulfilling his end of the bargain. Like some rich lady sitting in her castle, you see some dude just milking the crystal udder. Get a little arrow out that bitch.
Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since this area fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers.
But the status ailments was just in-game diseases that you can only treat but not cure. That'd be hardcore fun.
When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost
This lady's
their
so confused. She's like,
masters
when did all this hay get
fled
here?
the sanctuary.
We don't even grow hay!
Aye. The plan was
She's
to
so
send them home
confused.
once we'd won back
That dude's
the
lost too. He's like,
But then
well,
the
where'd all this
Imperials
hay come from? We aren't even growing.
Province of
Broom Man
Sunbreak,
looks defeated.
This
They're struggling. What are you doing? It looks like you've never seen hay before. Stop touching it.
Back in your father's day,
I want to eat bone of
any
it.
bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs.
Oh my God.
They'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me?
They're yours by right.
Fucking bad breath hits you and you just die.
You by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed.
Fucking bad breath hits you, you just get teleported to Flint, Michigan. You're like, ah,
Considered
fuck.
Crossfields their masters.
I'm no one's master.
Ah, shit, bud.
Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would
Fucking
ask a
eject. I
favor of
hate
you.
that sentence.
A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most
I'm so
days,
proud of Clive
watching
getting his
people
artifacts
go
out.
about
Good for
their
him.
business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
Dude, I still love prioritize quest and not prioritizing it. Like, because it gives you just enough time to stare them in the face. They're like, will you address this for me in a timely fashion?
Like that.
And you're like,
Come on, let's go and meet that bearer.
and then it just kind of fades away from the quest. You're like, yeah,
You're
I'll do it.
buying, I'm selling.
I'll do it for sure. Okay, anybody who's gotten farther than me, is there a reason I can't sell my old bullshit? Like, is there like a completionist kind of thing here where like I'm gonna get in big trouble if I fucking sell these things? Oh god, Garrison. Like one of those people who just like roll into a group, they haven't even done their job quest, they're still like fucking conjurer or some shit. You're just like, why is there not a check for this yet? What? How is there not a check for this? How has it gone on this long and it can't be like, let me make sure this person's not a fucking conjurer. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Oh, well, you won't say no.
Oh, cool. We can actually... Oh, yeah, it's like the sell all button for like all the trash. Nice. We also got, boy, I feel real bad for like the chump who has to... The chump who has to sell like equipment in an area where like the main character just rolled in and got some artifact shit. I feel so bad for them. They're like, well, nobody's ever gonna fucking buy anything from me because they just keep handing out sweet stuff. Breath of the Wind. Reduces Rook Gambit's cooldown by 2.7 seconds. That sounds fucking useless.
See you then.
I don't need Rook's Gambit that often.
I'm not sure this harvest was...
Yeah, that's a good point because the epic quality whatever sword that we made earlier couldn't be sold, so.
Well, I can't leave without meeting him.
Oh no, it's the breath of the Nintendo lawsuit. They're coming.
It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
They're gonna garnish your wages for
Right,
years to come.
Let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Increases the amount of time prioritized quest is on the screen. Oh my god, these guys have fucking quests. They're just the ones who were scared and confused about the hay.
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you
No, all I see is his hay.
Always waits by the well.
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him?
I love video games, dude. I hope we never get to a point where like
Capital too, are you?
everything's just perfect. Like I still love like the weird moments where like they're supposed to like hold their face, but like it's like far away. They're like,
Market Street. I never would have left.
Like,
if
I love that
Archduke
shit.
Elwyn had survived the fire.
like I wanted to always
Same
stay a
when the
little bit
Duchess took
awkward.
over, though.
All the beatings, the
Like a jig of crow for another $2.
levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest.
Oh shit, I gotta load those up into the Galussi.
Oh, listen to me. Telling you what you already know. I'm sorry.
Alright.
I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either. Though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day. Almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
You know, for it being synced to the English VA, it feels really weird sometimes. Because, like, it feels like it's not, but I mean, it is. Bro, this dude's sweeping dirt! Who did this to him? Who straight told this man to come over here and sweep dirt? Dude, who did you like this?
Good day, milady.
Anything other than sweep dirt? Come on, dude.
An elderly
God.
man who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No sign of him today. Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feast.
Yeah, you would know, dirt sweeper.
Sorry?
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'd often hear the Paul.
This guy sounds so menacing for a person sweeping up dirt.
Dream he is.
He sounds like a villain.
Can't imagine the Viceroy stop.
That actually sounds like a pretty good villain origin story, though. Did she just look at the broom? She's like, bro, you sweeping dirt?
You'll be around here somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too
Riz
far.
weak, Brom, Arisen.
We'll keep looking.
Robo, what the fuck just happened? what just happened? What are those words you just said? I'm scared.
Hold on a mo. Young Patrick, the chocobo keeper, might know where he is.
Dude, you talk so slow. Like, come on. All right, we're gonna go talk to Patrick, the chocobo keep.
I'm sorry, Jill.
Fucking I die, bro. You just moving dirt around.
It can't be helped if we're to keep
Also, Sass, I'm glad to hear they got your
Come
shit
on,
fixed.
Let's head for the stables.
Dude, I don't know what it is about the NPCs in this game, but like they're extra NPC. Like something about them, like fucking Crate Man. I don't know what it is about Crate Man, who there's always one in every town. There's Crate Man who has like horrible posture, just like heaving a crate around. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna find Crate Man because there has to be one. There's been one in every single town with the exact same animation set, just hauling around a wooden ass crate. That's Sack Man. We gotta keep a lookout for him. He's new. Actually, he's probably new. I just didn't notice him before. But there has to be a Crate Man. And he slowly just heaves it around town, just like looking for a place to put that crate, and he just can't. I do also think that the old school Black Mage Scarecrow is really cute. I mean, it's actually not a reference to that. It's a reference to Final Fantasy XIV's first Black Mage artifact set. That's what it's a reference to. Even though that one wasn't even really very traditional. The most traditional one they ever had was the one from... the first one from Shadowbringers. That one was pretty traditional. How is there no crate even, man?
Sure, this harvest will see us through.
What? This is why this town doesn't function. There's no crate heaver. Which means that there's no way that they're operating at any type of like reasonable capacity. Like these guys are falling apart. This is bullshit. I can't believe there's not one here. What about you? Oh, that's the bread carrier. They appear to be having a conversation, but they're not, I guess. One's just staring at the bread. Are you moving your mouth at all, or are you just... Oh, she is! Kind of looked like she was chewing gum there for a second. Like, bitch, where you get gum? I want some gum. What if Crate Man's just carrying his dominant? I mean, he's carrying with his dominant arm, probably, yeah. But, you know, other than that.
Wonder if Martha could spare us a few bushels.
Of what? Bro, there's so much fucking hay here. What are you doing? You're in the wrong spot. These people up here got like 18 million and they're confused by how much they have. All right, I'm done talking to the NPCs. I could do this all day, just running around like a crazy person talking to these people. Look at how much more there is. There's piles of it. What do you want? God.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Dude bought out like all the Twinkies, but I hope I can spare a few. Like, what do you want, man? Like, you bought the whole inventory.
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears.
That sounds unbearable.
Spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
I am.
Basket and sack, no substitute for cranking this whole town suffering for it.
He's an elderly man who used to work in the
They're falling apart, dude.
Yes?
That's the fella. How'd you know all this?
Erica sent me some more pictures of the little man. Would you guys like them?
But you seem to know the place better than I do myself.
Show of hands. Who wants pictures of the little orange man? Sass responded so quickly, they wrote years. Years. Okay.
Ah, so that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him and that he needs to go
All right, I got him
back
up.
to
We'll
the
look at him.
castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Understood. You keep searching here. We'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't wandered into trouble.
Let's just concentrate
I don't know why that got me, man. Next time somebody donates, I'm just gonna be like, thank you. I am in your debt. Thank you very much. I am very indebted. That dude's just casual walk out of here. With such a heavy statement of thank you. I am in your debt. Strolls away. Oh, man, cool. Cool deal, cool deal. Alright, there's him trying to get to his food because he's got the cone on, which is very sad, but he's dealing with it. I have to take the cone off of him so he can eat because whatever. He'll probably only have his cone on for a couple days. Because like Kale had it on for like a day and then he was fine. He didn't even mess with his incision. So there's him looking at his bowl like, damn it, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? what the hell am I supposed to do? And here's him looking up. Look at that little face. That's an idea for an EU stream or something, but you have to stay in NPC dialogue mode for everything. Wow, God, I'm not funny. Like, how am I supposed to sit here and improv
Welcome to Bitter Bits.
Fucking whatever. What? Wiggy, are you serious? Were you in prison? Wiggy, did you just come out of prison and just immediately resub? Is that what happened? Is that what's going on? What? You were straight up incarcerated. You came back. The first thing you do is resub? Damn, we got a convict. Hit me, Wiggy. I'm ready. All right. Why were you incarcerated? What the fuck happened? Fucking based on what? There was also this link from fucking Jigakuro that says it's from True Off My Chest. My friend transitioned, but I found out she's naming herself Mildred, and I want to be supportive, but fucking Mildred.
You found me.
But fucking Mildred, like, come on, man. I think Mildred's a good name. Like, I like Mildred. I like Mildred. Somebody in my family at one point's name was Flossie. And I was like, Flossie's also a banging name. And it was really funny because when my sister was pregnant with her kid, we went to the nursing home to go see one of my grandparents. And she was like, we're gonna name the kid Flossie. And she hadn't said much all day, and she turned to her and she's like, if you name that child Flossie, I will come back from the grave and haunt you. I was like, God damn. I was like, damn, dude. Straight up, I will come back and haunt you if you name that child Flossie. Which I think that Flossie is a pretty cute name, but you know, I guess I'm crazy. You tried to gouge a man's eye out. What? 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 Wendy's? I'm not gonna lie, Wiggy. If your first reaction to Taste of Freedom is to go on Twitch, you need to go out and touch grass. I got into a fight with my younger brother and he called the cops. What was the fight? What was the fucking fight over that you got arrested for it? Dude, if this whole thing was the setup for a fucking Wendy, like a fucking D's nuts joke, I would just... I'd live. I'd continue living, I guess. I think, okay, like, Flossie's like one of those, like, old world names. That's why I think it's cute, because it's like a weird... It's kind of like, honestly, I like Mildred, too. Like, I think that's pretty good.
Still no sign.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're out. I hope y'all got it. I hope y'all got it settled. Have you talked to him since, or what are we talking here? God, man, nothing like a quest called Find the Old Man to really get you just going. I was actually gonna ask the other night because I was like, I don't think I've seen Wiggy in a little while. I hope Wiggy's all right. This is why y'all scare me, right? Because like I haven't seen Clark in a while, haven't seen Exertion in a little bit, haven't seen fucking like several people in a little while, and I'm like, this is why y'all scare me, right? Because y'all roll back in and be like, Nick, I got incarcerated. I'll be like, what happened, dude? What happened, dude? Oh, Jesus Christ, Wiggy. Well, I'm sorry all that happened. I know shit happens. Shit happens in the weirdest ways. The cops were called on my family a couple times because they got into a fight. So like, dude, sometimes shit just goes crazy. Not me. I'm not really a fighty type person, but like I remember my mom and my brother got into it one time. My fucking dad and my brother got into it one time. My brother and my brother got into it one time. Starting to notice a common link here. Anyway, yeah, I mean they yeah, so I mean there were a few times the the police got involved because somebody decided to call the cops.
There's someone over there.
It might be him. We should hurry.
He's about to jump! Hurry, get him!
Company.
Oh, wow, you're worried about that, though?
Can't lead them to the old man.
Look at Torgal. Torgal's like, yeah, default animation for those guys. God, dude, I love catching them just like midair. That shit feels so good. Later! Just dunking them. Damn, dude. Look at how ugly they had to make these dogs just so we don't feel bad for killing them. I've never had the cops called on me for anything. However, there was this one time that, like, I remember my brother was being, like, a real ass about something. And, like, my cousins were visiting. And he was out in, like, the front yard just being a dick about some shit. And, like, he said, like, the meanest thing ever to my mom. And my mom grabbed a broomstick and just chucked it like a fucking javelin across the yard at him. I don't think she expected to hit him. But she did. And then my cousins were going crazy. And they're like, oh, my God! Ah! And then they called the fucking cops. Like...
Are you all right?
That was like the craziest fucking story ever. I'm just like, I never thought I'd see my mother just like crank out a fucking javelin broom and just chuck it across the yard. I was like, ah, yes, all classy shit happening over here.
I'm not who you think.
I'm here to inflict myself on y'all for the time being. He got hands rated E for everyone.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, Arcanus.
I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle then?
Yeah.
There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very...
But when we do, we cooking.
One which may take some time.
Fucking Clive kicks in the door with his elderly bearer behind him, and he just says, let him cook.
In Eastpool. Until my journey is complete. I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you,
he just stares at him.
Wait until my
What the fuck?
day.
He's running out of time. Now, if this were near, what would happen is like we'd come back in like 2 days and be like, we're back for the guy, and they'd be like, oh, you didn't hear. He had 5 dogs and they're dead, and then his wife died, and then he was going to the wife funeral, and then he died, and then we found out this other lady who used to bring him his medicine, she also died. We're like, are you sad yet? Also, you killed a dog on the way here. But like, really, Nier? Is that what we're doing? Cool. That's fun. That's cool. Also, As Gorilla, thank you for the $5. It says real ass criminal found. What, because of Wiki? Well, we gotta give. Why would you want? Do you want your Galussi bucks in? Do you want it in 1s, or do you just want a 5?
The blight is on our doorstep.
They were the dogs you killed on the way to it. Yeah, they gotta make you do it, right? And they'll tell you did something bad. Oh, you want that Galussi in 1s? Nice. Pay it out. Pay it out. Malpractice. No, that's the ones that gave me McDonald's French fry.
We really do. But
nice.
Unless a miracle happens,
Jigakuro, did you get your $2? Did I rub those on the Galussi?
Soon enough.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I even petitioned the Imperial garrison.
Well, lunge is like Stinger, but not as satisfying. But then again, Stinger is the greatest move ever put into a video game.
Spat in our faces.
Damn, Jigakuro doesn't want Gollum to get his money. What the fuck, dude? Doesn't even want this man to get paid.
I know a man named Sid who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord.
I guess that's our tie-in to go back to Sid. Well, Devil May Cry 2 didn't have a stinger. Didn't have a stinger.
If you have the time, regarding the future of the village and what might be done for Lady Hannah. After all, she's done for us.
Yes, of course.
They should, instead of calling it Stinger, they should have called it like Mosquito Probskoskas.
My lord, my lady.
That's what they should have called it.
Safe journey.
Because it sucked. That's a lot of experience for talking to an old man. DMC 2 fucking blows. I can't do. Every time I try it again, I'm just like, God, you fucking suck. Because I always think I'm too mean to it, and then I go back to it, and I'm like, God, you're terrible. I will never forget that first stinger in DMC 2 where I just sat there for a second, and I was like, wow, that is the worst. Because there's something about how much he puts his whole body into it, right? He's like, and you're like, wow.
The Deadlands are aptly named.
He looks like a person who hasn't swung a baseball bat in like 30 years going for it and like hurting his shoulder. You're like, oh. Oopsie poopsie.
No plants, no animals, no life.
And no monsters.
I remember what that one guy said. The nature will take it back eventually. And don't forget, they're advertising Twitch Turbo now. I guess they're really pushing that. That's probably the strangest thing that's like one of the strangest decisions I've seen from them. Because like, I said it for years they should advertise Twitch Turbo as like a thing, and I think if you have Twitch Turbo, if you sub to somebody, it should only cost $2.50 and it should go directly to the streamer.
Another thing to worry about.
That's my hot take.
As if the absence of ether didn't cause enough problems.
Take away the lad's life force.
Because then they can just keep all the fucking ad money from Twitch Turbo. Like, nobody fucking cares, dude. Keep your ad dollars. I had a manager at Academy who said DMC 2 was the best DMC and 5 wasn't that great, and I judged it. Who would actually say those words? There's no way. That's not real. I believed every word you've ever said, Ivan, for the most part, and I don't believe. Nope. That's that person. That can't be real. That cannot be real. There's just no way. That is it. How the fuck does that, like, that's impossible. There is no way that somebody would, like, roll in reality and just say those words.
There it is. Phoenix Gate.
I'm actually surprised we're, like, heading back here so early.
Where it all went wrong.
Yeah, he's got to be lying.
Come on, Clive. It's time to discover the truth.
I mean, look, if the infested helicopter had, like, arms and then legs, I'd be like, that's pretty cool. That's crazy. But the fact that it was just a stupid fucking helicopter, like, come on, man. Yes, DMC2 is 20 years old. Fuck. Fuck. Do I need to go back to... Oh, I guess I do need to go back to Marfa's Rest for that one quest clone. People already probably try to fuck the helicopter. Like, who are we kidding? It doesn't need arms or legs. I was gonna say, if it's even... If it could be even vaguely mentioned that it's even a sexual whatever, that didn't matter anyway. They'd still fuck it. There are probably people who were like, God damn, that hay looking good. I would fuck a bundle of hay right now.
Here, you're that bearer who works for Martha, aren't you? Can you give me a hand? Curse my luck. I dropped my crystal off a cliff into the bloody swamp like an utter...
What did you do?
Now, I'm not out your nasty, and I need that shard to kill my fish if I'm to take them to market. It's just a short climb down. I'll make it worth your while.
Wiggy! Thank you for the $10, and thank you. You got lucky, dude, because that actually has a chance to proc now. It doesn't just guarantee it. So thank you for the $10, and the first dono is a free man. Hell yeah, couldn't have gone to a better streamer. Thank you, Wiggy. That's actually very, very kind of you. How would you like to pay out to your Galussi? Would you like 2 5s? A 10? What are you thinking? We don't have any 10s in the pile. You want to go for a 10? Monopoly money. It's going straight to the Galussi.
Sounds like I need to break a few shells.
Oh, don't worry. There weren't too many of them. A veritable...
Oh, 110? All right. As soon as we get that Galussi up, I'm going to slide it in there. Oh, there it is. Not precious. Disgusting little nasty. I hate how long his fucking fingers are. Like, I hate that they just look like they grip an entire pile. Thank you, Sass, for facilitating that. Thank you, Wiggy, for the $10. Oh. For those of you who missed it earlier, by the way, it looks like Lil Orange Man is probably going to be joining our team. It looks like the folks who were maybe going to take him... Yeah. So I think he might be joining the team. It's like a 99% chance at this point. So I'm gonna have Erica talk to him tomorrow when she goes into office and just to make sure. But yeah. Run! Part of the ship, part of the crew. Hey man, that's 2 cats to hunt bugs. Which, weirdly enough, I have not seen a single water bug in this house all warm season yet. And I don't know if just because we've been getting our quarterly pest control done, like, clockwork, if, like, we're just not seeing them much anymore, or, like, if one gets in every now and again and Kale just eviscerates its entire existence. I don't know. I'm also glad that stuff's not really scaling yet, because it looks like all these are still level 19, which is, I think, what they were when we first got here. So, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of scaling in Final Fantasy games. I don't think it works very well. The entire point of an RPG half the time is to, like, over-level stuff. And, well, not entire point, but it's something that people genuinely enjoy doing, so... It always feels like shit when you can't, like, at least over-level, like, trash mobs and they're just, like, scaling with you all the time. I think Wiggy hasn't even seen, Wiggy, how long were you in the Clink? And, like, what did you do about, like, the Dementors?
That's one of our branded. Take him in.
Which is still, like, one of the funniest fucking bits from The Office is when fucking Michael starts talking about, like, prison. And they're like, it's like prison was horrible. And the Dementors. Like, something about just somebody trying to pretend they were in the Clink. Talking about the fucking Dementors. Was it really 91 fucking days? Is that how much time? That means Wiggy has missed most of the frame apocalypse. Holy shit. Wiggy, while you were in prison, I was in the prison of my own mind. Like, that means Wiggy's missed, like, the entire... Oh, dude. It's been such a fucking chronicle that, like, no joke, I have the direct cell number of the area supervisor for Spectrum. Like, the dude was at my house the other day. Like, they had, like, 4 people working. Like, it's so fucking bad. Wiggy missed fucking Gollum. That is a good point. It's a good time to be gone if you had to pick one. And I know Jigakuro means that from, like, just a viewability standpoint. But yeah, I mean, I agree, too. Like, that would be a good time to be gone. But they did miss Gollum. And, like, that's a crime. That's the greatest goddamn game that ever... That's it. Like, Final Fantasy's cool and all. Tears of the Kingdom's cool and all. Like, that's great. You know, whatever. Like, Gollum is Game of the Year. Easy. I mean, dude, Gollum, I mean... Yeah. Oh, hell no, Wiggy. Nope, I had 3 line technicians and the area supervisor out here. And me and the dude talked for like 4 hours. He's a really nice guy. Really cool. Actually, a very interesting dude. Like, he's kind of interesting with like his background. Apparently his dad was like a nuclear specialist in like the military or something like that. Like, he did like some crazy top secret shit. So I was like, damn, dude, that's fucking nuts. I couldn't tell me what he did exactly. I was like, whoa, that's fucking weird, dude. The frames are worth Gollum. So you're saying that if you could reasonably, you would trade the entire playthrough of Gollum for the frame apocalypse? That's a completely reasonable thing. I can't even make a joke out of this because y'all have seen like the direct mental impact this has had on me, and like I'm pretty sure most people would be like, yeah, I think we could probably trade that. Like, not even as a joke, I think we could probably trade that. It's like, man, this has caused an untold amount of stress, anxiety, and depression for you. Would you like to trade it for a Gollum playthrough? You're like, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
We have to find him.
Yeah, 8's is a little weird, but...
Word is you're a devil with that blade.
You look like you're in a hurry.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much what he was explaining about his dad, too, is he couldn't say exactly what he worked on.
Not waste a moment. It might cost a man his life.
Sounds serious. What happened?
I am glad Wiggy's back, though. Because it was getting real close to that time of, like, I haven't seen Wiggy in a while, so I hope Wiggy's good.
Now, one of his erstwhile friends and neighbors wants to see him clapped in chains.
Where is this bearer?
He wasn't fool enough to wait for the Imperials to arrive. Poor sod took to the road, left his whole life.
What if that Chocobo just, like, turned around and just kicked the shit out of that dude?
I need to find him and get him to safety, fast.
Like, this dude... That's all I want, right? That's all I want to happen in this game, is I want, like, the most boring, dry side quest ever. Dude's like, oh, I lost my haystack in a field. Oh, you go and get... Like, in the middle of the sentence, just gets the shit kicked out of him by a Chocobo. Of course. Like, kick clean off camera, just...
Have to what? His name's Norris. We need to find him and get him
I need you to go give me...
You found him yet?
Naturally, he's dead, right? No more dealing with that.
That fucking snake played me false, acted like he was one of us, and the whole time he was one of them. We need him.
Bro, where did you come from? Like, what are you doing?
Well, go on then. If he gets away, I'll see you fitted for a noose.
Bro, where did you come from?
We were just leaving. Look, this one's here to help. I was just filling
This man over here, his name Ronald. Last name McDonald.
Catch a bearer, is it? Not bloody likely. That's it.
I like how, because we're a bearer in this game, we've basically just become a witcher.
It's dangerous out
there. Like, oh, it's a witcher. Oh, they smell like poop. Witcher's like, wow, dude, thanks. Really appreciate it. My job's pretty hard, but whatever.
Take a while. You start hunting our man.
Oi, witcher! You smell like poop.
Someone said they saw Norris heading for the Fallen Gate. Maybe you could ask if anyone over that way knows anything.
That's like what always killed me about the Witcher series is like, it's so funny listening to some of the NPC dialogue because like I know that like Witchers get like, yeah, they got like lore, you know, whatever, and they're pretty salty bastards for the most part. But I mean, like, dude, they do these jobs that like nobody wants to do. That's like talking shit to your like plumber, right? Oh, he's a plumber, he is. already services pipes and peep. And like you're just sitting there, I was like, Dominic shit talking, man. Like he's got to do like your septic tank. Yeah, but he's a yeah.
I presume.
But then again, I guess plumbers don't like inject like alchemical bullshit like into their brains and their butts. So I mean, like,
you found it.
I guess it's a little different. Wow. Well, I mean, your plumber's like kind of your exterminator, except he exterminates your poop. What did that guy just do? Did he just milk that,
Any longer out in the sun and my catch would have made for poor eating indeed.
I fucking told you guys they could make an HVAC system out of milking those bad boys.
I promise.
See?
No point casting
If you milk that in front of an arrow crystal that somebody else is jacking off, you easily got like some cool wind coming to that house. You're gonna have a moisture problem though, which means you need some type of evaporation unit. How would you do that?
Crystals are scarce.
Would you like?
Empire tightens its purse strings more every
Because you don't want to blow it out because you don't want to like any. So how would you milk a crystal to create like an evaporator? I guess you need like some type of heat crystal that you're jacking off, and then like, but it would need to like. I don't know, I guess like that would be more like, I mean, you could also make like a swamp cooler out of it, right? Like you could milk a water crystal and then milk an arrow crystal over. I mean, he's doing it. Look at him go. He's squeezing the shit out of that thing. Nice. Nice. Oh yeah. Shoulder hurts a little bit after squeezing that thing too much. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah. Alright. Good deal. Zodiac version also tried to fix people's dislike of Vaughn by turning him into a stats monster who is first and second at best, whatever role you can think to make him. Oh, we're talking about the Zodiac job system thing?
You don't know a man called Norris, do you?
I do, as it happens. He ran off that way not too long back. Looked like he was in a right old hurry. And he had a lantern with him for some reason. Never known him to stay out after dark.
He was making for the bushes then. All right. Thank you.
Good dialogue. Good rap.
You barely have just...
I miss the days where, like, you know, when something was cool, we'd make, like, a rap out of it. Like, the companies were, like, completely serious about it. Like, they thought that shit was cool.
You can't have gone far.
They're like, that's what the kids are doing. They're rapping. Oh, dude, there was something the other day. There was some, like... some fucking company that was like, we're on TikTok now. No, I know what it is. Hang on a second. Hang on. So, I got... okay, like, we went over to Erica's parents the other day, right? And they had a couple bottles of vitamin water. Now, I think she actually got a bottle of it. I want to read you this. Because, like, this to me felt... it was just out of touch enough. If it had been more out of touch, I would have thought it was ironic. But it's not out of touch... let me just go get it. I'm going to read you this shit. All right, okay, so she did bring one over. I'm gonna read you these words. So this is from Vitamin Water, right? This is their pompous ass. This is the zero sugar Vitamin Water squeezed lemonade flavored other natural flavors, okay? In a yellow bottle. This is the PP. It said, we called this one squeezed because we literally squeezed a bunch of vitamins and minerals into this bottle, like vitamins A, B, C, and E, zinc, selenium, and calcium. But not literally squeezed. Literally like the youths are saying, which means figuratively. So probably should have just said figuratively in retrospect. I read this, and I was like, shut the fuck up, Vitamin Water. Like, shut the fuck up. As a matter of fact, I think my exact words sitting on the couch was like, I was like, shut the fuck up, Brand. Like, dude, just shut up. Like, it's just so full of shit. It's like, oh, fuck, shut up, dude. Like, Vitamin Water. Squeeze these nuts, man. I'm not done with this shit. Tastes like ass, too.
The one Norris was carrying, no doubt.
Yeah. Use the use like a slur.
At least I know which way you went.
Nope, Erica, you gotta go check on him. You gotta go look at him. Because you gotta... I told Erica she's gonna have to mold him into her cat.
Made sure work of them.
Even though Kale's both of our cats, still I'll just be like, you have to mold him. Even though he likes sitting on Erica the most. Like Erica will go in there and he just like comes up on top of you and he's like, and then just sits on you and goes. It's like, look at him, dude, little chunk man. Sorry, I was very confused. I couldn't tell if that was... Hang on a second. I think I hear him clacking around in there. So I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to go check on the orange man because I think he's noodling around in there. So I will be back here in just a minute. I'm going to go make sure he's good. And I shall return. right, sorry about that. He was actually sitting in the door. He's like, hello, and he started doing like this little hopping thing, which you can't hop around too much. So gave him a little bit of food and all that stuff, and just named him Tom because he's the orange man. But yeah, he's being cute. He's a sweet little cat. If anybody missed the picture of him earlier with his little cone, this was it. This is a silly little cone. There he is. There he is. Which he's not a huge fan of it, as you can imagine, but the vet, in their weird wisdom, which I don't really think that they're too great now, but they were like, oh yeah, I'll need to, wear it for 10 to 14 days. I'm like, Kale, I don't even remember his cone because I think he took it off the first night, and it was like, well, there you go, that's that. So we'll see how long that lasts, but who knows? But he's hanging out there with Kale, right, or with Bella. As soon as we opened the door, Kale walked right in and sat down and watched him, made sure he was eating and everything like that. Kale's are you a good brother? Did you come in here too? What are you doing? Come here. You wanna come up here? Well, come on. I know it's rain. It's actually weird because normally when it rains, Kale doesn't come out. He normally hides under the bed. So that's exactly what I said, Lily. I said he was like a little orange creamsicle. That's what he kind of looks like. He's a cute little cat though. He has these little brown spots on the inside of his mouth too. He's just like he's a goofy little guy. But anyway, he's doing okay. So I had to go check on him to make sure he was all right. Speaking of pretty all right, let's talk about what's happened tonight since it is a Monday. Let's see what the happenings are. We did the vet visit for the little cat today. There's been all kinds of crazy, wild stuff going on. And then on top of that, we only got a few days left of June. I can't even believe I'm saying that. That's just disturbing. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have gotten 4 subs, which is awesome. So thank you guys for the subs. And then on top of that, we have made $47.53 directly into the Galussi, which is sitting right over here. So thank you guys for that. I really do appreciate it. Y'all are the bomb. And I hope you guys continue to enjoy this silly old show. So he's a very sweet little guy. So what's the big fat one? That's Flames of Rebirth and Aerial Blast. They're just expensive, which is the only reason I haven't gotten them yet. Now there is a reset abilities, which I thought about actually doing that and just not getting Heat Wave, and then also maybe dropping a couple other things, but we've ended up using Precision Dodge, Down Thrust, Burning Blade. I haven't used Taunt really at all either, so I might actually drop that too. We've used Stomp a little bit, but I thought about maybe pushing all in on like one icon for right now, and maybe coming back to Garuda, but like maxing this out. But Flames of Rebirth, summon a massive pillar of fire that burns all enemies caught within the flames while also partially restoring Clive's HP, which like that seems like that's gonna be pretty good, but all right, Sass, take it easy. I can't believe June's almost over, man.
Norris, I presume.
Leave me be.
You were never branded.
Leave me be, I've got a back problem.
So that's how you stayed hidden.
Ronald sent you after me, did he? Set an Imperial dog on his best friend. And when we were so close. I'll never forget the hatred in his eyes. But it doesn't matter now. I will not become a slave.
Oh, nice, Ultima.
Bear to another, please. Don't do this. You know how they treat our kind.
Ronald didn't send me. One of Martha's men did. He wanted to make sure you were safe.
Look at his face.
I don't understand.
Okay, shit.
Martha takes in bearers. She's a friend. You can trust her. Believe me.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Can't say I'm surprised, though. She has a kind heart. Kinder than most.
Just wait here and stay out of sight. You'll be among friends soon enough.
Thank you. There's few would have been so kind. And sorry. You're no Imperial dog. Far from it.
I've been called worse. Oh, I found a lantern back there. I assume it's yours.
Thanks. I dropped it when those creatures attacked me. But if I'm honest,
good night, Red.
I wasn't all that sorry to be rid of it. Ron gave it to me.
All right. I'll keep hold of it. I might be able to use it to put an end to the Imperial Surge before it begins. A bearer without a brand. To have lived free for so many years. Only to be betrayed by a friend.
Damn. Stone cold. Boy, they just left that dog there just turbo dead. Like that thing is static in this world. They're like, what persistent items should we put on it? Put this dead ass dog right there. Just leave it. It's gonna be sick. Well, it won't be sick. It's dead. So, but still, you know. Oh. Feels so late, but it's not. Probably because it's been a busy ass day, and that tends to be how busy ass days go. There's old Crystal Milker. I'm glad we can check in with Crystal Milker too. Okay, apparently the little guy is actually using his litter box, so I'm gonna let him use that, and then I gotta go in there and I gotta change it like ASAP, and also check his little incision site and stuff.
Branded. Have you found the bastard yet?
Only what was left.
But I don't want to go in there while he's using it, because then he'll like stop using it. So
torn apart by monsters.
You would let a dog be sick after it's dead. That's true. It would.
Let me see that. No. It can't be.
It is,
We
bitch.
consider that the end of the matter then.
He'd be like, yeah, it is, bitch.
No. I mean, I've no use for bearer bones. He's dead. Let that be an end to it. Only wish those whose job it was had done what they were
These guys got like really good hair for being like a bunch of peasants and shit. Like they all look like they're using product.
It's not right, I tell ya. Who'll want anything to do with me now, eh? There goes the bearer lover, they'll say. I'll be a laughing stock.
This dude is such a petulant little bitch. God. Jesus Christ.
Is Norris really... He's alive. You'll find him in a hut in the marshes.
What about that chicken back there? What do you think he's up to?
Oh, you crafty. Still, you did the right thing. Thank you. It's not much considering, but please. Take
Oh,
this.
do you think they like... Oh, that's a good point. There could be like a crystal that actually like just like squirts out like Garnier Fructis. Boy, for such a fancy name, that shit sucks. I remember using that when I was younger, and I was like, why does my hair feel like dry as a bone? It's like, ah, yes. Garnier. Garnier Fructis. Do they even still... I'm sure they still exist, right? You gonna bust up some San Pellegrino? What type of San Pellegrino are we talking about? Just squeeze it, squirt it. Yum, yum. All right, so now we can go explore the Phoenix Ruins Gate, which I'm going to go take another quick short break. I'm going to go check on the little guy because he just uses litter box, apparently, which I got to kind of keep an eye on that. But you can put up the Galussi cam. That's the real shit. You can look at that because that's the real content. That's what you want. Why'd you got to... Oh, my God. It makes it so hard to... Whatever. Here, listen to the game music.